and welcome back to Hannah Southern Creations. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do your very own DIY mask. So let's go and get started. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to need is you're going to need some fabric, and this is the fabric I'm using today. I am going to be doing 2 layers of this fabric for my mask. You'll also need some measuring tape, scissors, an iron. I'm using Stitch Witch. And I'm gonna also probably be doing some sewing. I'll see how that goes. I may not have to sew. And let's see, I think that is about it. Okay, yeah, there's my needle. Okay, so my needle and thread. And so the measurements that you're gonna need is, it's gonna be 9 inches across and 6 inches in height. So 9 by 6. And with the first piece, you're gonna cut 2 pieces like this, 9 by 6. Okay, with the first piece, I already did with this one, you just fold it in these little pleats where it just kind of folds across. Okay, and once you have this folded, this needs to be about 3 inches in height. So you fold it and then you measure it to make sure it is about 3 inches. Okay, now you're gonna do the same exact thing with this piece. So you have this one folded, you have it ironed flat where it stays, and then you're gonna fold this one the exact same way, still measuring in the height 3 inches when you get done. So you just do a little fold. Okay, and then another fold. And you're gonna hold it down. Okay, so now that I have my folded, I'm going to measure it and make sure it is the 3 inches. If not, then you'll have to just refold it and just make sure you hit that 3-inch mark. Second piece is folded and it is at the 3 inches. I'm going to take my iron and I'm just going to iron it down flat. That way it's easier to hold and you're not trying to keep everything pushed down and all that stuff. So you're just gonna go ahead and just flatten it down. So now I'm gonna take my first piece, I'm gonna lay it face down, and then I'm going to take my Stitch Witch and I'm going to place it on the edges here. And then I will also put a piece of my fabric that I have that will go over the ears. Okay, just like this. So you're making sure that you have your fabric, your Stitch Witch, and then your piece is gonna, go over your ears. This piece here, that piece is also on the Stitch Witch. So I'm just gonna put that down, put this down. Okay, I'm gonna cut it to the height, which should be around 3 inches. Okay, and I'm gonna put another piece on top of that because we need this to hold. And Stitch Witch has a pretty good hold from what I've used of it in the past. So I feel like this will hold enough, and if it doesn't, then I will take out my needle and thread, and I will thread and I will sew on these pieces here. So what I'm doing is I'm just placing each end of the piece that's going to go over your ears in between each piece of the Stitch Witch. So you should have fabric, Stitch Witch, then your earpiece, both sides, and then you'll have another Stitch Witch. Okay, so I'm gonna try, let me just get my camera and show you. So you can kind of see I have fabric, Stitch Witch, my 2 pieces in there, and then I have another piece of Stitch Witch. Okay, so next what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place my other piece of fabric over this one, because when I put my iron over this, the Stitch Witch is going to bond the everything together. It's gonna bond the fabric together, and it's also gonna be holding these 2 pieces in, hopefully. Okay, so next I'm just going to grab my iron and I'm just going to lay it flat, moving it slowly back and forth, making sure that everything combines the way it needs to. Doing the rest. And then we'll go back over it. Okay, so now I'm just going to flip it over and do it on this side because we had 2 pieces of our Stitch Witch in there. Okay, I feel like it bonded together perfectly. I am pulling on this and it is not coming out. The 2 fabrics are in there, and of course you can go over it and you can add you know, a few extra little pieces of Stitch Witch if you wanted to kind of put those little pleats down and all that, but I will go ahead and move to the other side. So again, I'm just lifting up my fabric. I am putting a piece of Stitch Witch down about 3 inches. Okay, and then now I'm just taking my other earpiece, and these are 7 inches long. The earpieces are 7 inches long. So then I'm going to lay that flat, lay the other side down flat. Okay, and then now I'm going to lay down more Stitch Witch over that. You have to kind of hold it with your fingers and then lay the fabric down. Okay, and then again, I am just going to take my iron and iron it down flat all together. Thing is stuck on there, and now you have your mask. Super easy, super cute. You can play with all the designs. And of course, since you pleated the front, how you folded it, you can of course pull it out so that it fits on your face. And let's give it a try. I hope you enjoyed this video. This was super easy to do, and I hope everybody stays safe and well. If you have not already, please hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.